I am Zoye, a 35-year-old mother, a mother of 3 children, a woman who always smiled for others but sometimes broke inside. Today, I haven't just come to tell you a story. I've come to tell you my truth, my reality. I was 22 when I got married. My husband Danish was a successful businessman. It was an arranged marriage, but within a few days we became good friends. I used to think, this is life. Danish was handsome, intelligent, and the way he spoke, it could win hearts. A year after our wedding, our first son was born. Then came 2 daughters. Life became a routine. School runs, cooking meals, helping with homework, and sometimes forgetting myself. But I was happy. I believed Danish was too. But then, something began to change. He started coming home late. Being busy on the phone became normal. When I asked, he would say, "Work is just too much." At first, I believed him. Like any wife, I blamed myself. Maybe I had become boring. Maybe I stopped taking care of myself. Maybe my words no longer had the sweetness they once had. I remember that evening, when I picked up his phone for the first time. It wasn't something I usually did. But that night, darkness crept into my heart. I unlocked the screen, and a chat popped up. "You didn't come today, Danish. Please meet me tomorrow. Miss you." My hands trembled. I read more. It wasn't just a chat, it was a storm that shattered my world. I couldn't sleep that night. I didn't say anything to Danish. I just kept wondering, has someone taken my place? Is the father of my 3 children smiling for someone else now? The next day, I confronted him. I said, "Tell me the truth, Danish." And he said, "Zoe, you're misunderstanding. But eyes don't lie." I didn't see guilt in his eyes. I saw exhaustion, as if he was just tired of the relationship. Everything changed after that. I knew there was another woman in our home. Maybe not physically, but in his thoughts. Maybe it was just a mistake, or maybe he truly loved her. I didn't care about that. What mattered was that I was no longer Zoe. I had become just Danish's wife. Losing your identity, that's the deepest pain a woman can feel. I took a long time to understand that betrayal isn't just physical. When someone stops talking to you, stops looking into your eyes, when they no longer find time for you, that too is betrayal. I want you to listen to me. This is my confession, of my pain, of my decisions, of loving a man who betrayed me, and maybe of betraying myself. I told you how I found out about Danish's betrayal, but that night, that wasn't the end of my story. It was only the beginning. After I confronted him, life at home changed. Danish became quieter. He didn't admit to anything, but his silence spoke volumes. And I became a shell of the woman I used to be. I would wake up, prepare breakfast, dress the kids for school, and clean a house that no longer felt like a home. I kept asking myself, am I not enough? Is it my fault? Did I push him away? But every time I looked at my children, I knew I couldn't fall apart. Not now. The hardest part wasn't knowing he had someone else. The hardest part was pretending I didn't know, for my kids, for the society that loves judging broken women, for my own heart that still, unbelievably, loved him. I started writing in a diary, pouring my soul into pages no one would read. I wrote letters I'd never send. I wrote to the woman he was seeing. I wrote to Danish. I wrote to myself, "Dear Zoe, I know you're tired. I know your heart is broken. But you are still standing, and that means something. It means you are stronger than you think. Please don't forget who you were before you became his wife. Don't forget who you are now, a mother, a woman, a survivor." One evening, my youngest daughter came to me and asked, "Mom, why don't you laugh anymore?" That question shattered me. Children can see what we hide. That night, I knew I had to make a choice. Not for Danish, but for myself. Healing isn't beautiful. It's messy, confusing, and lonely, but it's necessary. I decided not to confront the other woman. I didn't need her answers. I needed mine. And slowly, I began to breathe again. Not for him, not even for my kids, but for me. You may wonder, did I leave him? Not right away. I gave him a choice, the truth or separation. And he finally admitted what I already knew. It hurt. It burned. But it was honest. We are separated now. Not because I hate him, but because I finally love myself enough to walk away. This is my story. I am not a victim. I am a woman who stood in the fire and came out stronger. If you are watching this and you feel alone, betrayed, broken, know this: you are not alone. And you will rise.